When most people talk about Belly, they bring up the wild visuals, the music, and how cool Nas and DMX looked on screen. But this movie isn't about looking fly or living fast. If you really pay attention, Belly is packed with lessons about money, power, and knowing when it's time to switch gears. Tommy wants it all: fast money, fast life, fast respect. Sincere is chasing something different. He wants peace, purpose, a way out. And the way their stories play out shows you what happens when you chase the bag without balance. This isn't just a street movie, it's a map. If you watch closely, Belly drops real gems about business moves, loyalty, ambition, and how to survive the hustle without losing yourself. In this video, we're breaking down 10 of those lessons. Real talk, some of these can help you level up, not just in money, but in mindset too. Let's get into the first one. Lesson 1. Identify markets, then innovate. Tommy Buns wasn't just moving blindly, he was always watching. Early in the movie, he hears a news report about a new type of heroin starting to move. While most people would brush it off or wait to see what happens, Buns leans in. He doesn't wait around. He reaches out to Ox in Jamaica, sets up the supply, and starts building a whole new operation in Omaha. That's how smart hustlers move. You look for a gap in the market, something fresh that hasn't been touched yet. Then you act fast. Buns didn't copy anyone. He saw something early and made it his own. In real life, this applies across any business. The winners are usually the ones who spot the shift before it becomes a wave. They're not trying to be trendy, they're trying to be first, and they do it by paying attention. If you're trying to build something, train your eyes to catch changes. Watch what people are talking about. See what's rising that others haven't noticed yet. And when the signal's clear, don't stall. Move. Lesson 2. Build value momentum on small wins. Before the big time moves, Tommy had to earn his place. That opening robbery at the strip club wasn't just for the money, it was a statement. He showed he could pull something off, take control, and stay focused under pressure. That single win earned him more than cash. It built trust. Once that was in place, he could take bigger steps. He could pitch bigger ideas. That's how momentum works. You prove yourself in one area, then use that to unlock more doors. In business or in life, small wins matter. People think you need to launch big or make a loud entrance. The truth is, real leverage comes from doing something simple, doing it well, and letting the results speak. Tommy started with the risk, executed it right, and that created space for everything that followed. It's the same formula no matter where you are. Start small, prove value, build trust, then scale up. Don't chase the big moment right away. Stack little victories until the big ones start chasing you. Lesson 3. Hunger outlasts talent. There's a scene where Sincere starts pulling back from the streets. He's talking about getting out, finding something more, but Buns doesn't like that. To him, the hustle is everything. When Sincere questions it, Buns takes it personal. He feels like the grind is being disrespected. What that moment really shows is the difference between raw hunger and self-awareness. Buns is all drive. He pushes forward with no brakes. At first it works. He gains power fast. But eventually, he starts spiraling. There's no deeper goal. He's chasing motion, not meaning. Sincere, on the other hand, is growing into a bigger vision. He wants more than just survival. He wants peace, purpose, and a future. That mindset, while slower, turns out to be stronger. In business or life, talent and hustle can take you far, but hunger alone won't keep you standing when the chaos hits. You need a reason behind your grind. You need to know what you're building toward. That's what gives you stamina. That's what helps you bounce back when things go sideways. The truth is, passion only works when it's pointed in the right direction. Otherwise, it burns out. The people who last the longest are usually not the flashiest or even the most gifted. They're the ones who understand themselves. They know when to hit the gas and when to stop and look around. Lesson 4. Your product can become your prison. It's easy to lose yourself in something that once made you powerful. Maybe it's a business, maybe it's a brand, maybe it's your image. At first, it serves you, but if you're not careful, it starts controlling you. And by the time you notice, it's already too late. Buns wasn't just losing control of his business, he was losing control of himself. That's the bigger warning here. You can't let your product become your identity. You can't let your mission turn into your addiction. The best founders and creators know when to zoom out. They know when to course correct. They don't fall in love with the surface. They stay focused on the plan. The lesson here is simple. Protect your clarity. Don't let your success distract you from what actually matters. Discipline is not punishment, it's protection. It keeps your vision clean. It keeps your actions sharp. Because if your business starts calling the shots, then you're no longer the boss. You're just another person stuck in the thing they built. Lesson 5. Reputation must be managed. When Bun starts making money in Belly, his image is loud, violent, and unapologetically dominant. He walks into places like he owns them, talks to people like they're beneath him, and treats enemies like props in a show of force. For a while, it works. He gets feared. But slowly, the fear turns into avoidance. Even the people close to him start pulling back, because it's not just about what you do in public, it's about how that behavior ripples behind your back. Now compare that to Sincere. He moves differently. He doesn't brag, he doesn't overstep, but people listen when he speaks because they trust the way he thinks. He builds relationships that hold up under pressure. People respect him, not just fear him, and that's a real difference. Reputation is currency. It buys you access, influence, and leverage. But just like real currency, it loses value fast if it's not backed by something solid. A bad move, a wrong word, a careless mistake in front of the wrong person can ruin years of good work. The worst part is, once the trust goes, you can't force it back. People walk away quietly and never return. Managing your reputation isn't about being fake. It's about aligning your actions with what you want to be known for. That means keeping your ego in check, making sure the story others tell about you matches the one you want to be remembered by. Buns never learned that lesson. Sincere did. Lesson 6. Loyalty takes daily investment. Buns runs his crew like a general. He expects obedience, not questions. He believes loyalty is automatic, like something you earn once and then never have to worry about again. But things start falling apart the moment people stop feeling seen and heard. Trust breaks, doubt creeps in, and when loyalty turns into resentment, it's already too late to fix it. Sincere does the opposite. He doesn't bark orders or treat his people like tools. He shows love. He makes time for his girlfriend, takes care of his daughter, and thinks about the people beyond his hustle. That's the difference. He's not just demanding loyalty, he's giving people reasons to stay close. That's why they do. In real life, loyalty isn't about power, it's about consistency. You can't force it, you have to earn it. Not just once, but over and over. It's in the little things, the honest talks, the respect you show when no one's watching. People stay loyal to those who show up for them, not just when things are good, but when it matters. The truth is simple. Loyalty is earned daily, not demanded. Lesson 7. Peace is a profit strategy. Sincere made the kind of decision most hustlers never get the chance to make. He didn't just walk away from the game because things got hard. He walked away because he finally saw what real wealth looked like. At the end of Belly, while Buns is still chasing status and danger, Sincere is planning a better life for himself and his family. He starts looking into Africa, faith, personal growth, and community. He begins to think long term. He doesn't just want money anymore. He wants peace. That's what makes him rich in the end. This is something most people overlook. Money will always matter, but it should be a tool, not the destination. If you're constantly chasing without ever stopping to ask why, you'll end up burnt out, bitter, or worse. The real flex is not how much you earn, but how much calm you can maintain while earning it. The man who can sleep at night, love his family, and still stack wins over time is wealthier than the one sprinting every day for more. Sincere proves that shifting your mindset isn't weakness, it's strategy, it's wisdom. Sometimes the smartest move is stepping away from the chaos and choosing peace. Not because you lost, because you finally figured out what winning really looks like. Whether it's in business, content creation, or even daily life, clarity is underrated. Stillness pays off. Mental peace builds sharper decisions. You move better when you're not always in survival mode. Chasing peace is not abandoning the hustle. It's maturing past the noise and learning to build something that actually lasts. Lesson 8. Visuals are an asset. One of the biggest things people remember about Belly is how it looked. The visuals weren't just good, they were iconic. The opening scene in the nightclub with the black lights and slow motion is pure cinema. The film turned every frame into a statement. It felt like a music video, but it hit harder because the style had meaning behind it. From the outfits to the camera angles, the look of the film created a brand. Buns and Sincere both had presence, but they used visuals in different ways. Buns leaned into flash. He dressed loud, moved loud, and wanted to be seen. His look demanded attention, but over time, that energy couldn't sustain itself. It got reckless. Sincere, on the other hand, had a quiet style that aged better. He dressed with purpose, spoke with calm, and kept a clean image. His consistency gave him long-term respect. The takeaway here is simple. Your look matters. Whether you're building a business, running a brand, or even just growing online, visuals are often the first thing people notice. They create trust, memory, and identity. If you show up looking intentional, people treat you like you are. But if your style is messy or your brand is all over the place, nobody sticks around long enough to hear what you have to say. You don't need to be flashy to stand out. You just need to be clear. Know your image, own your style. Present yourself in a way that matches your message. In the digital age, your visuals are often louder than your words, so make sure they're saying something worth hearing. Lesson 9. Know when to pivot. Tommy Buns keeps pushing. Every problem is met with more aggression, more heat, more pressure. He doesn't pause, he doesn't adjust. Instead, he forces his way forward until everything falls apart. That stubbornness costs him everything. Sincere watches the same world and makes a different move. He doesn't let pride keep him in a burning building. He pulls back, thinks about his daughter, his future, and peace. He chooses family and purpose over pride and fear. He changes lanes before it's too late. In real life and business, timing is everything. It's not about quitting, it's about knowing when to shift direction. The smartest entrepreneurs pivot early when something feels off. They adapt to survive. They don't let momentum blind them to danger. Buns ignored the signs and paid the price. Sincere listened, adjusted, and found a better path. If you're in a cycle that's draining you or heading for collapse, don't wait to be forced out. Choose to move. A good pivot doesn't erase your past, it protects your future. Lesson 10. Align purpose with profit. Buns chases money like it's the only goal. Every move he makes is about power, cash, and ego. It isolates him. No loyalty, no peace, just tension and emptiness. His story is what happens when profit has no deeper purpose. Sincere steps away from that. He starts thinking about his daughter, his legacy, and his soul. He still wants a better life, but not at any cost. His money becomes a means to something greater. Success doesn't have to be ruthless. Real power comes when your profits match your values. When you care about what you're building and who it impacts, people trust you more. Your brand lasts longer. Your life holds more meaning. Wealth is not just about stacking cash. It's about building something that feeds your purpose. If the money you chase doesn't connect to your why, it won't feel like success when you finally get it. Buns chase greed and burnt out. Sincere chase clarity and built a future. Follow the one who didn't just get rich, but got rich in a way he could live with. Belly wasn't just a movie. It was a blueprint, a warning, and a mirror. It showed us how fast the streets can pull you in and how hard it is to get out, but it also showed us that change is possible. Sincere found a way out because he stayed open, aware, and grounded in something real. Buns didn't, and that cost him everything. Whether you're chasing success in business, art, or your personal life, these lessons still hit today. Vision is key, purpose matters, and peace can be more powerful than pressure. If this breakdown gave you something to think about, hit that like button and subscribe for more lessons from culture, film, and real life. Now it's your turn. Which lesson from Belly hit you the hardest? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And if there's another movie you think is packed with hidden game, let us know. We might just break it down next. In the meantime, click the video on the screen for more free game.